Walking in the first day of freshman year, how did you expect high school to be? Some people say it could be overwhelming, and some are scared, but either way, you are in for a wild ride these next 4 years. Who you are when you first step foot in school for the first time as a freshman, and who you are walking out with a cap and gown on as a senior can change. For some, high school can change you for the better, and others for the worse. Social influences can definitely make an impact on how these 4 years can turn out. We talked to Mr. Gaffera, a sociology teacher, to find out how people can change and what his high school experience was like.
Do you now, as an adult and teacher, look back on your high school experience?
Now I look back on my high school experience and think how stupid I was, in a sense, to allow myself to, be affected by what a lot of other people would think about me and conforming to what other cliques in my school would want me to do. So, in a sense, I'm disappointed with my former self.
As a high school teacher, do you see the students changing from year to year?
That is a great question. I absolutely do, especially for me because not only do I teach sociology, but I have freshmen. So a lot of times I see them, just watching kids change from freshman year all the way up until senior year. You can see kids who get, better, maybe like get more outgoing, or other kids who maybe started hanging out with the wrong crowd and, go downhill. So I definitely see a lot of changes.
As a sociology teacher, do you think social influences take a part on changing people?
Absolutely. Even if you look at kids that are in a class with you, they might act differently in their first period class as opposed to their second, third, and fourth period, just depending on the group of people that are in there with them. So the way that they present themselves to you is going to vary depending on what people they surround themselves with throughout the day.
We talked to two seniors, Jackie Stancati and Anthony Rapps, to see how high school changed them these past 4 years.
Are you still friends with the same group of people you were friends with when you entered high school?
I'm not friends with the same group per se, but I'm still friends with a few of the people that were in the group.
Do you feel like you matured throughout high school?
I've definitely matured, but people always thought I was older than I actually was at the time. So I was always mature for my age, but yeah, I definitely have matured.
Do you think that decisions you make are influenced by people around you?
Yes, I do. I have a few group of friends that influence me in good and bad ways, but the bad ways I learned my lesson.
Thinking back to freshman year, do you think you'd be the person you are now?
Definitely not. I was a little scared girl, scared to talk to anyone. Not really talk to anyone, talk to boys more along the lines. But I've come out of my comfort zone a little bit. I've broke the walls down.
Do you think high school had changed you for the better or worse?
There's pros and cons, definitely. It definitely changed me for the better, I think, though. I'm more happy with myself than I was in the beginning of high school, freshman year.
Looking back on your high school experience, would you change anything about the past 4 years?
There's stuff I would change, the risks I didn't take, but that's about it. I do like most of the choices I made in high school.
Do you think you changed throughout high school?
Yes, I definitely did. It's looking back at old photos from 8th grade and going into freshman year. It's wow, there's a big difference there.
Coming out of 8th grade, what did you think high school would be like?
Well, I was scared. Obviously, we're not the big kids in the school anymore. I definitely thought Freshman Friday was real. It scared me a little bit, but then I got through my first Friday and I was okay. But freshman and sophomore year weren't the best years for me. It was definitely junior year when it got better. But that's just me personally. A lot of people like freshman and sophomore year.
Are you still friends with the same group of people you were with when you entered high school?
Most of them.
Do you feel like you've matured throughout high school?
Yeah.
Do you think the decisions you make are influenced by the people around you?
Yes.
Thinking back to freshman year, did you think you'd be the person you are now?
No.
Do you think high school had changed you for better or worse?
Most part for better.
Looking back on your high school experience, would you change anything about the past 4 years?
No, not really.
Do you think you've changed throughout high school?
Yeah, I got more mature as the years went on.
Coming out of 8th grade, what did you think high school would be like?
I thought it'd be scary, and I thought I'd hate it, but I don't. I like it.
Next, we talked to a junior, Carissa, to see how high school changed him and what his expectations are for senior year.
Are you still friends with the same group of people you were friends with when you entered high school?
Some of them I are, some of them I'm not. I have gained friends and I've also lost friends coming into high school.
Do you feel like you've matured throughout high school?
Definitely. I feel like everyone has matured somewhat in a way coming through high school, through the years they've been here.
Do you think the decisions you make are influenced by the people you are around?
Some people may feel that way. I personally don't. I like to make my own decisions and be my own person, but some people do follow others.
Thinking back to freshman year, did you think you'd be the person you are now?
Definitely not. I feel like when I was a freshman, you don't really know what you're going to be. You think you could be something, but you can completely change the way you want to be and how you grow up.
Coming out of 8th grade, what did you expect high school to be like?
I personally thought high school was going to be terrifying. I thought like freshman Fridays was real and I was going to get shoved in lockers, but like any advice for people coming out of 8th grade, it's totally not like that. It's much better than middle school. I used to get bullied a lot in middle school, and I honestly have never been bullied in my high school so far. Not that I know of.
Knowing what you know now, are you going to approach senior year differently?
I mean, I'm still going to be myself in a way, but that's your last year of high school, so you want to take it a little more seriously than all the other years. I mean, you're going to college next, and you don't really know what you're going to do with the rest of your life. I mean, some people do, some people don't, so yeah, I'm going to take it more seriously.
When we look back on our high school experience, we'll be able to see how it has shaped us into the people we are today.